joined today by Glenn Poole, Managing Director of Mammoth Minerals. Glenn, thanks for your time.
David, thanks for having me.
Advancing the Excelsior Springs Silver Gold Project in Nevada, the Walker Lane region of Nevada. Why is this area so interesting from a geological point of view?
So, it's one of those iconic sort of mineral belts that, is recognised around the world. It has produced a lot in the past. It's largely underexplored at the moment. The focus has always been in the northern parts of Nevada. It's been a lot of activity, a lot of gold found, and, modern technologies unveiling a lot more opportunity in that part of the world.
Projects in this part of the world are generally heap leach, grading 0.5, 0.7 grams per tonne, which in Australia don't shoot the lights out. People are expecting higher grades and maybe misreading your numbers. What is the market missing?
So for us, it's an opportunity. It scales very well, this heap leach scenario. You don't need those magical 2 to 5 million ounces to start talking about a production story. The mineralization style is amenable to this heap leach, which is low capex, low opex, and is widely adopted across Nevada. They invented it there. It works.
So you can make money at 0.5.
Absolutely. The lower cutoffs and a lot of those bigger deposits go down to 0.2, so a lot falls into that basket.
You've recently completed diamond drilling, which identified some new trends and some new opportunities. What did that drilling tell you, particularly about the structure you're operating on?
Yeah, so that drilling allowed us to actually see what the mineralization assemblers look like, where the alteration was, and how it was reacting, which is where we sort of adopted this Carlin concept of the deposit model. So the alteration allows it for it to be heap leach amenable. Those Carlin top deposits, it does drive fluids and unlock, I guess, the gold and the sulfides there. So that's the opportunity in that style of deposit that it does lend to that heap leach model.
You've increased your land holding by in excess of 300%. What was the rationale behind that, and how many more targets has it opened up?
Yeah, so it was an opportunity outside the initial claim that we did acquire with the transaction. We identified that it was part of a much bigger mineral system. We could see workings on the ground and what was unclaimed ground. So we, direct staking, which is the cheapest way of acquiring it, did the geophysics and understood that, this intrusive in the northern part of our tenure actually is driving a lot of fluids around it, not just in the gold story, but in the gold and silver, antimony, zinc, lead, and copper space. So for us, it was an opportunity to have a district scale play and control everything within our mineral system.
We're seeing a rapidly evolving thematic of US production for gold and rare earths. How are you seeing that thematic play out in relation to your project?
Yeah, that's right. So, removing that sovereign risk for them, they're not making too many friends at the moment. That's pretty common knowledge. So de-risking them in terms of what they need to actually build their economy and their infrastructure and their production pipelines moving forward, having it in their backyard makes it hugely appealing. Obviously, attracting investment from the US market is a lot easier if you can say it's in your backyard, play off the patriotism.
A great project in a tier 1 location with a clear path to development. A mammoth opportunity for the shareholders. Glenn, thanks for your time.
Absolute pleasure.